Hi guys, welcome to JXploit. My name is Jidin and this is the fourth video in Nmap series. In the previous videos, I showed you how to perform a simple scan using Nmap, and also you can narrow down the results by specifying the port numbers. By knowing the open ports, we can assume or guess that what sort of service will be running on that host. For example, if the port 23 is open, we can assume that telnet service is running on that host. Or if the port 80 is open, then HTTP service is running on that host. Now you might be wondering why you have to do a service scan when you can dictate the open ports using Nmap. But how we will get to know if the well-known service is running on a random port? By performing a service scan, we can figure out a well-known service even if it is running on a random port. Next one is a version detection. By performing a version detection scan, you can figure out the version of the service running on a particular port. Nmap has more than 2000 plus well-known services and operating system footprints in its database. And you can also perform the scans to find out the operating system running on the end system. Now let's quickly move on to the demo. Okay guys, before we move on to the demo, let me remind you that I'm doing this in my lab setup. Please do not perform any of this scan in an unauthorized environment, or you may end up in a legal trouble. So please make sure that you're doing it in a lab setup or in an authorized environment. Okay, so let's start with the service detection. Okay, so if you want to know whether a specific service is running on a host, you can execute the command nmap space the IP address of the target, that is 192.168.0.115 space hyphen small p the service name. So I want to know whether HTTP service is running on the host. So the service name is HTTP. So what Nmap is going to do here is it is going to scan and let us know if any port is running HTTP service on the host. So let's do the scan. And as you can see that two ports are running HTTP service, port 80 and 8008. So this scan is really helpful and we will get to know even if the well-known services are running on a random port. So next I want to know the versions of the services running on a host. For that you have to execute a command nmap space the target, that is 192.168.0.115 space hyphen small f's caps v. So Nmap has got more than 2000 plus service version details in its database. And when you execute this command, Nmap will try to fetch the details of version of the service running on each of the port. Since the scan will take a lot of time to complete, I am restricting the scan to top 100 ports by adding the command -f. Okay, so let's scan the host and the scanning is going on. So the scanning is done and Nmap has given us the version details of the services running on the host. And as you can see, the version of FTP is VSF TPD 2.3.4 and that of SSH is OpenSSH 4.7 P1 and so on and so forth. So I have restricted the scan for top 100 ports by adding -caps f in the command. If you don't use this, Nmap will scan for all the ports and it will take a long time to complete the scan. And if you scroll down, Nmap has also given us the CP details, that is a common platform enumeration. And if you think that any of these details are incorrect, you can report it to Nmap by logging into this particular site. Next one is using version intensity to find the service version details. So the version intensity varies between 0 and 9. The higher the number, the more accurate the results will be. To use the version intensity, you have to go for the command nmap space the target information, that is 192.168.0.115 space hyphen small s caps v space hyphen hyphen version hyphen intensity space the number. Here also I am going to restrict to top 100 ports, otherwise the scan will take a lot of time to complete. Okay, so let's perform the scan. And Nmap has started the scanning. Okay, so the scanning is done and Nmap has given us the most accurate results that it can. So in this case I have used 9, that is a maximum level of intensity. Now I am going to do the same scan with less intensity and compare the results. To perform a light scan or scan with less intensity, you have to type the command nmap space the IP address of the target, that is 192.168.0.115 space hyphen smallest caps P space hyphen hyphen version hyphen light. Here the intensity of scan is less. That means the results will be less accurate, but the scanning will be much more faster compared to the higher intensity scan. And here also I am restricting to top 100 ports. Okay, so let's go for it. And the scanning has started. So the scanning is done, and if we compare these two results, we can find some differences. As you can see, when we scan with high intensity, we got the version details for port 513 and 111. But when we performed a less intensity scan or light scan, as you can see, the details of port 111 and port 513 is missing. That means the results are less accurate. Hope you understood the difference between two scans. So the next one is the operating system detection using Nmap. For that you have to type the command nmap space the IP address of the target, that is 192.168.0.115 space hyphen caps O. Caps O is for operating system detection. So Nmap is not only going to show us the open ports but also the operating system running on the host. And here also I am going to restrict the scan for top 100 ports. Okay, let's perform the scan. And Nmap has started scanning and we have the results. And apart from the open ports, Nmap has also fetched the details of the operating system running on the host. And as you can see, the host is running on Linux 2.6.x and the operating system details are Linux 2.6.9 or 2.6.33. And you can also see the common platform enumeration details here. Now coming to the last one, there is an easy way to find in-depth details of a host. That means the operating system, version, service, trace route and much more. To get those details, all you have to do is execute the command nmap space the IP address of the target, that is 192.168.0.115 space hyphen caps A. So this is going to fetch all the details including operating system, service and version details. So before executing it, I am going to restrict it to top 100 ports. Okay, so let's go for it. And the scanning has begun. It may take some time. Okay, so the scanning is done and we have the trace route details here, and scrolling up we have the host script results here. Then again, if we scroll up, we have the operating system details, operating CPE, then OS details, service information here. And if you scroll up a little bit, we will get the complete details about each port. So these are some of the techniques which you can use to find the operating system, service and the version details using Nmap. Okay guys, that's pretty much from this video. Before we wrap it up, if you haven't subscribed to this channel yet, please subscribe and click on the bell icon to get the latest video updates. Thank you so much for watching. See you soon with the next video. Till then, bye bye.